I miss the days when junk food could pass my stomach faster than a train without tracks. When I was a kid, I gobbled enough gobstoppers to finance my dentist's Mercedes and chewed through chocolates until my face exploding in a collage of pimples like pepperoni pizzas. Because who needs middle school crushes when they've got Hershey's Kisses? The art of snacking was always carefree and fleeting until the day I had my first Oreo. There I was, swallowing them whole while the other kids twisted them apart, licking the cream in the middle before discarding up the brown shells like used Kleenexes. Stacy said, "The white part just tastes better." The irony of all of this is that my mother once said, "You are what you eat." But the first time someone called me an Oreo, nothing felt sweet about this skin. In 2013, the United States Census Bureau found that 9 million people self identify with two or more races. Making the selection of two or more races on the census was not even an option until the year 2000. For these 9 million people, identifying within a race within a box can be troubling. The poems Oreo by Bryant Tucker, Untitled by Samantha Adams, Langston Hughes, Color, and finally, Malia Black, The Plight of Me, seek to examine these conflicts of multiracial individuals. I am mixed, biracial, a mutt, an Oreo. I get called lots of things, but in the end, I like to be called human. That's all I am anyway. I don't fit in, not with whites, not with the blacks, not with anything else. I don't fit in because I'm different, because I'm two halves that have somehow made a whole, but I don't feel whole. Mark your mark, heavy and dark, in the box that contains all my melanin. My eyes scan the census and see other, and I laugh because they don't know I'm otherworldly. Like my dark curls that extend to touch Venus, hair in which I could hide. Like my lips that bear the weight of mulatto tragedies. Like my skin resembling coffee and cream, gray matter snug between angry black mouths and lily white hands that try to silence them. Watch me thrive in the winter, and watch me become humble in the summer. Try to scrutinize if you must, but know your efforts to shove me in the box will be futile. I am mixed, biracial, a mutt, an Oreo. I get called lots of things, but in the end, I like to be called Oreo. That's all I am anyway. I have nappy curly hair no one can tame, no one wants to. I never get counted as a whole person, not to anyone anyway. I have to choose other when stating my race on a form, because I will not pick one. I will not conform. Whites don't want me because I'm blacks, and blacks don't want me because I'm white. Blacks act as if my great-grandparents did get whipped across the back. Whites act as if I belong on the other side, as if my race I lied. I struggle with self-identity, no place to put myself amongst society. I stick out, a much different variety. Life isn't always black and white. Sometimes it's both. Sometimes it's me. So now do you see the plight of being me? When someone calls you an Oreo, they'll smile a shade of ignorance. They'll expect you to wear their words like a medal. They'll expect you to cling to their words as if they're the closest thing your hands will come to touching white privilege. When they call you an Oreo, they'll hit an ejection button on their throat that will force a laugh that will assure you you'll be a fool to be offended, because this is a pat on the head. This is how they thank you for not making them swallow the parts of you that don't sit right in their stomachs, in their suburbs, in their supremacies. Stacy, thank you for proving to me that you do not have to call me your dog to make me feel like you own me. You are the reason I cannot lift my hand in a lecture hall without feeling like a traitor to my own complexion, as if the only way for me to jumpstart my career was to stand on the free throw line. Stacy called me an Oreo because I was the first shade of brown she hadn't seen on the O'Reilly show. I was the first shade of brown that she hadn't seen served to her in a Starbucks coffee cup. And whitewashing, Whitewashing is when you add creamer to your coffee because you become dependent on the artificial sweetener to make it easier to swallow. Because you love the taste of the caffeine but can't stand how bitterly the blackness binds to your tongue. But forgive me for not wanting to sugarcoat my skin whenever you feel like you need to pick me up. Your compliments are as hollow as a paper mache smile, and I refuse to shake hands with someone who believes mine belongs in cuffs. Blackness is not something we abandon the moment we become too large to fit your television screen. And I will never, ever stay silent in a world that expects me to leap out of my own ancestry just to gain its own approval. Because acceptance means more than looking for a mirror inside somebody else. Because what makes you think the best that we could be is a reflection of you. So pardon my French, but forget your Oreo, Kondak, York Bar, peppermint patties. Stop calling us candy. Your words are empty calories and they will never fill us. Wear it like a banner for the proud, not like a shroud. Wear it like a song, soaring high, not a moan, not a cry.